Welcome back to Burning Over Bushcraft. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Sunblesa H11 rechargeable headlamp. So the Sunblesa headlamp is very, very small, packs down really small in your pack, and it's also adjustable. So this thing is small, but it's really lightweight, which is important in the pack, but it's also important when it's on your head. My previous Powerhouse headlamp that I had, if I really wanted to go gigging frogs at night, or I thought there would be a situation where I would have to do some night hunting for some reason, that was a big, bulky headlamp, and it really wasn't that comfortable. Inside, you really don't notice this kind of stuff till you spend some time with it. This is kind of like got like a tacky area on the elastic. So what that does is when you're fiddling with your headlamp and you're adjusting it, and you're turning it on, you're turning it off, it just rides in the same spot. I don't have to worry about it slipping up or slipping down. This is definitely one of the most comfortable headlamps I've used. So here on the bottom, there is a charge port. And this top is a rocker switch, and I've got left side does one function, right side does the other. So I've got a couple settings on the high beam, and then when I push on the other side, the smaller lamp comes on, and you can see I've got dimmer white lights as well as red. And then that top will glow as well. So this is pretty handy. My biggest issue is I never remember, because I switch headlamps, I never remember which side does what, and I don't remember how many highs and how many lows there are. If this was your only headlamp, or you spent more time with it than I do without switching back and forth to other lamps, you could probably memorize that. When I have a headlamp that does 97 functions like this, I end up just cycling through really no matter what the sequence is until I find the light beam I'm after. So you can see the output is variable in this, and so is your runtime. On its highest setting, I've got 365 lumens, and that runs about 40 minutes. And on its lowest setting, it is running about 2 lumens, and that has a 200-hour runtime. So you can definitely see, if you were in a short-term situation where you were hunting or gigging frogs, as opposed to, man, I'm in a true emergency, I better conserve this light, this thing will definitely cover all your bases. As I mentioned, because I use different model headlamps, the sequencing is not something I ever remember. So I'm just going off the sheet here. So I've got a low, I've got a medium, I've got high, and then if I long press this and hold it, it gets even brighter. So that is my 365 lumen output. Another great feature for this, for putting it in your pack, is that it's got a lock feature. So right now I've got the lock on, and I can't turn it on accidentally. So to take that lock off, I'm just going to push and hold these 2 buttons for 3 seconds. And you see the little red. Now I should have a light again. So with this headlamp, you're definitely going to want to save the instructions on this. It took me a little bit to figure out that lockout function, how to turn it off, how to turn it on. All headlamps are unique, and this one's got some great features that you're going to miss if you don't read the instructions. So I also have a strobe light on here, as well as an SOS sign. So even if somebody doesn't know Morse code, SOS is pretty basic, and this is such an irregular flash pattern that it is going to draw attention. So overall, the Sunblesa H11 is a nice headlamp. It's really comfortable to wear, and it's nice and lightweight, and I love the fact that I can recharge it. It stays put when you put it up on your head, and it's probably one of the, not that that's a bad feature, but you'll forget you're going to wear this thing. So I'm pretty adamant about taking my headlamp off and putting it exactly in the same spot, so that when night falls, I know exactly where my headlamp is. With this thing, I've actually worn it a little bit into the day, and you just kind of forget that it's up there. Having a headlamp that's so comfortable that you forget it's on is not really a problem, but it's just an issue with me, something that I'm always super aware of, putting everything back where it goes so it's in the right spot when I need it. The sequence of lights is just something I struggle with, and that's just because I use other headlamps, and I just haven't spent enough time with this one yet. So definitely, if you get this, make sure you keep the directions. It would probably be a good idea to maybe laminate them, or at least write them down in your journal or something, so you have a backup copy of this, because you're really not using this light to its full advantage if all you're doing is turning it on and turning it off. utilizing the lockout feature, utilizing the high beam, utilizing the strobes when needed. That's kind of a cool thing to have. And since it's here, you might as well use those aspects. So overall, you're going to love this Sunblesa light. You're going to love the size of it when you pack it up. You're going to love the fact that you can lock it out and don't have to worry about it turning on in your pack. And you're going to love the fact that you never have to worry about buying batteries again. That is my favorite feature of this. And it does have a feature on top where you can indicate the charge. I usually don't use that. I kind of have a feel for it. If I'm using my battery a lot, I will just charge it at night. Or I'll plug it into my solar charger during the day when I'm not using it. This is pretty nice. You are going to like this, and you're going to get spoiled by never buying batteries again. And you're going to get spoiled by having such a comfortable, small, compact headlight that has this kind of power. Till next time, this has been Jamie Boggs with Burning River Bushcraft. See you soon.